Oh wow. Something I didn't notice before. The mouse is actually stuck in the confines of these two buttons. Like I can't. I mean, it probably made a lot more sense in the days of DOS. Anyway, last we left off,
Ah, the Blue Light Special Box. What unexpected treasures does this hold in store?
last time we left off, we were in the electronics store. We were negotiating with the Putz. Yep, yes, no, and just Monica. Oh god. It's been a week off since, so I'm still readjusting to the controls. So we left off here. We were I think we were trying to chat with this gentleman at the electronics store about the security system at what was his name? I have it written down here. I don't remember. I seem to have forgotten to write his name down, but he lives in the Knickerbocker, which is a kind of slummy building that's been fixed up a bit. So, I recall, I believe we still need to talk with this Putz. And we need to get some information about the security system out of him.
I apologize to Ham for prying into his business and tell him that I'm really just a lonely guy looking for some pleasant conversation. He senses a kindred spirit and I start my subtle interrogation all over again.
We want to try and get on his good
I
side.
understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry about it. I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
And, being completely honest, we have technically worked with the casino on Mars. That was, a bunch of silly lasers and a hoverboard and... what else did we have to do for that? I believe we had to make a fake face of, Fidel Castro's, mutant son. Big Dick Castro.
Let's see. The last job I had was the laser security system at Big Dick's Casino on Mars.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down. Then, you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard. In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
Of course. So he said he was selling a, some sort of a laser knife. There are these 3D pre-rendered sprites that the developers are very proud of. Oh no, they're not. They're actually polygonal. Neat. I think the ones in the back are sprites. I'm seeing anything that looks like a knife. Oh, what's that? Eh.
The Laserblade 2000. Worthless except on glass. Hopefully Ham knows what he's talking about.
Well, alright then.
Apparently the electronic shop credit card goes in here. I can't get that while the force field is up.
Right. And open the inventory, use our fancy schmancy credit card. Get a little cutscene as we swipe the card. And I don't think we need to talk to you again, do we?
That pudgy computer.
Oops.
Well,
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a going away gift for my dog Reggie. Have you got any chicken bones?
oh, try Fido's Novelty Shop. They have nice doggy gifts.
Okay, I think that's just the default dialogue. Plus, we've already technically paid for what we came for that blade. Let's take a peek at it.
Well, this is just a glorified glass cutter.
Alright then. Alright. Got a laser oh jeez. Got a laser cutter, and we're having a bit of tearing in the game engine. I wonder if this laser glass cutter is all we need. Let's save first. Laser cutter obtained. Forgot to silence my phone. Pardon. Alrighty. Sorry. Let's...
My trusty 31 lightning bolt speeder. I still regret not getting the sunroof option.
Alrighty. Eddie Ching. Okay, that's who we were trying to break into. Cutscene of us flying away. Oh no, we're landing.
Armed with a chintzy electronic shop laser blade, I land my speeder on the roof of the Knickerbocker. Hoping for the best, I rappel down the side and pull out the laser blade. The laser beam cuts through the LCD glass like it was butter. I gingerly crawl through the hole in the window and find myself inside Eddie Ching's library. Either Ham exaggerated or the laser fields aren't turned on. This must be my lucky day.
Oh.
The best of Reader's Digest drama in real life. What I wouldn't give to have all of these in my bathroom. Oh, there's no mistaking these. They're lathe projects. Or maybe candlesticks.
Well, that's mistaken.
Wow, these plants aren't plastic, they're real. Ching must have paid a fortune for these. You know, this painting's one of my favorite subjects, languid women. I love fruit so much. I even love pictures of fruit. This aquarium has less algae in it than my water cooler back at the office.
This is some pretty ominous music. Oh, what's that? Oh god. There's a... Through the looking glass.
This book seems out of place somehow. There's something different about this book. Just call it P.I.'s instinct. Aha, I knew it. A key.
Well, alright then. Oh god. Okay, that's a statue. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that painting. Okay. Easy does it, Tex. For anybody who's new to this, I do want to reiterate these controls are entirely with the mouse, and it's a lot like trying to control a hockey puck. Or an air hockey puck, rather.
A stone bust. Whoever posed for it didn't win any beauty contests, I'll wager. Well, looky there, it's Samurai Ken and Geisha Barbie. Oh, wow. If I'd only known that the Wally Frog waffle iron was going to become a collector's item, I wouldn't have given mine to Goodwill. Handsome dish. I wonder if it's dishwasher safe. I haven't seen an actual set of encyclopedias since I was a kid. I've got to admit it, Ching's got good taste in murder mystery novels.
Yeah, I'm sure. I too float everywhere when I walk. But I'm kind of shocked.
Ching has interesting taste in literature. See, art, death, and war.
Kind of fascinated by each of these areas seems to have something different to say when you investigate it.
Handsome dish. I wonder if it's dishwasher safe.
Well, this has the same effect as this.
A spa trophy. Ching must be in some kind of jacuzzi league.
I don't know if that was a gag of some sort that just went over my head.
Boring. Hundreds of magazines and not a single issue of True Detective.
This does seem like an
Ching
artificially...
has interesting taste in literature. Let's see, art?
It seems like an artificially padded out library that rich people usually like to fill with stupid books to look wealthy.
The best of Reader's Digest drama in real life. What I wouldn't give to have all of these in my bathroom.
As somebody who used to have some wealthy friends who did exactly that. They hadn't even read half the books. Oops.
This aquarium has less algae in it than my water cooler back at the office.
Okay, I can open this. There's something in my inventory it wants me to use. Okay, it's a pretty normal key.
This aquarium has less algae in...
Yeah, we heard that.
Hey, I think this is the statue that was stolen from the JBs out in Chinatown. Wow, these plants aren't plastic.
Okay. We have this key. I haven't really looked at
Hey
this.
there, little Buddha. Looks like some kind of emergency override panel. Looks like some kind...
Can I use the key on this?
Well, that's not gonna work.
No, I cannot. Okay. Let's take a peek over here.
Very comfy looking chair. I wish I had time to try them out.
That's where we can.
Laserblade did a nice job cutting through the window. Well, this lamp proves that art can be both beautiful and functional. An extremely handsome mahogany table. Very comfy looking.
Okay. Both chairs said the same thing.
A stone bust.
Okay. The podium that thing's on is the same description. But I need to check the corners. I think the music stopped.
An exquisite oriental rug. I wish I'd wiped my feet before I broke in. Impressive closet door.
Things. Like fish food and a cage. What the hell's the cage for?
A heavy-duty metal Geiger trap. Looks like it might be sturdy enough to use on the roaches at my office.
It's kind of horrifying. I know it's a gag, but the fact that even with bars this wide, the roaches are big enough that they'll be stopped.
Clownfish confetti food. Smells like cotton candy.
I'm pretty sure that's not what clownfish are supposed to look like, but whatever. That's possible too, that it's for Tex to sleep inside of, rather than getting ate by the roaches. Oh. Well, that certainly looks like death. I want to see what happens. I just slam my face into it. Like a stupid idiot. Whee! Oh, that's awful.
Apparently you forgot PI
Whoops.
rule number 82. Don't get too close to a laser net security system. Keep it in mind next time.
So yeah, lasers, instant death. Also, really awful audio.
Well, that's not...
Sounds like there's another noise playing. But I'm pretty sure it wants us to use this on the fish tank. I guess not, because Tex just stated himself.
Well, that's not gonna work. This aquarium has less algae in it than my...
There a pixel or something I'm missing? don't know if I have what I need for this. Let's see. God, that's an awful droning.
Oh, Lord, I hate wedding pictures. They give me terrifying flashbacks.
I'm gonna turn that down any. Now it's all or nothing, it looks like. Aside from the music. Ugh.
Oh, even Ching's plants look expensive.
Anything in here? I might not have what I need.
Recess lights are so showy. So these are the laser nets Ham was talking about. There's a power box at the far end of the hallway with a button flashing. Maybe if I can hit that button, it'll turn off the laser nets.
Maybe I can hit it with this. Beautiful shot.
Man, this security system is tough. My brilliant shot didn't turn off the beams, it just popped open the power box. Looks like there's a lever that needs to be pulled down. Hopefully my old horseshoe tossing skills haven't left me. I'll need to find something fairly heavy.
I don't have anything that matches that other than...
Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay, I'm certainly missing something. I don't have anything that matches that description. Is it located here? Might need to visit somewhere else first. Trying to think. I suppose if there's gonna be something I could throw that's heavy, I would look at maybe a novelty shop for like horseshoes. And we do have a novelty shop. We don't have any sports places, otherwise I would think maybe Rook's. Let's try this place. There's a bunch of heavy things back there.
These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless.
Ring down here looks colored funny compared to these.
Well, I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck.
Oh. Not to mention, it had a get when I moused over it, so... What the hell is
I had
it?
a set of stacking rings just like this one when I was a little PI. Even has a small hole in it, just like the rings I had. Man, fill one of these with water and you can chuck it a mile.
Well, alright, I guess that's why we needed to feed the fish? Are we filling this with aquarium water? Also, horrifying clowns, hello. Oop. And back here is horrifying dead clown, if it still lets me open. I think it does. Yep. Dead clown.
Oh, lordy. Well, this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. And I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him.
Gotta love those. Gotta love those early 90s, or mid 90s 3D renders. Yeah, this was 94. This would have been after, I think, Toy Story and Reboot. Already been through those boxes. I hope this is all we need. Zoom on over. Get the cutscene. Well, did say if we fill it with water, we can toss it a mile, and that would make this heavy. Okay.
Now this ring should be heavy enough to be useful.
This is, I mean, it still has the hole. It's gonna leak a bunch even after we throw it. It's gonna leave a horrible mess. But I don't think Tex really cares too much about that. Actually, let's save first. Okay, use this quickly. God, that awful noise.
As soon as the ring hits the lever, a laser net shuts down. Now I should have the run of the apartment. If the statuette's here, Ching probably has it well hidden.
Okay, good. Oh. Hey, here's the things.
I doubt I'll ever be needing this dart again, and a good PI always travels light. I doubt I'll be needing this ring again, and a good PI always travels light.
Those were two different takes. Neat.
Well, this is your standard light at the end of the tunnel. I think I'd better leave that lever right where it is. I don't like surprises.
Pixels here to hunt, okay.
I'd better not play around with this electrical box. The last thing I need right now is 10,000 volts tearing through my body.
Okay. Let's see. So we're looking for the statuette now. I also said let's see again. I'm trying to cut that out.
I call this painting Woman About to Win Skinny Dipping Bet.
Yeah. I already looked at this one, the wedding. Didn't really get a good look at it, but... My instinct... Okay. There's nothing down this hallway other than a light. Looks like.
Mom teaching kids proper baby handling techniques. How tender.
Okay, it looks like that is the only room I can go to.
Ooh la la. Check out that sexy swimwear.
It almost shows off ankles.
Looks like some kind of goose party.
Goose party, you're saying?
Looks like some kind of Goose Party.
I wouldn't put. I think he's got a bit of a fetish for the old-fashioned. I see a thing that moves. Just take a moment.
Well, this must be the mythical Buckaroo Buddha riding his headless steed, Tumbleweed. Antique vase filled with flowers.
Sounds exasperated reading that.
Why, these paintings are great! Just look at the nudity. I need to visit more museums. Cool tiger. Looks real enough to nip my finger.
Can't take
An
that.
extremely dense and heavy Saturnium ball suspended over a gravity pad.
There's a door there.
Real nice door as bathrooms go. Luckily, nature's not calling.
Did he find the tiger sexy?
Cool tiger. Looks real enough to nip my finger.
No, he just thought it looked cool.
An extremely dense and heavy Saturnium ball suspended over a gravity pad. Real nice.
Okay, it's a fake door. I think he was talking about. Oh. I just realized it has the move verb over it.
There is a Geiger in the terrarium. Little bugger's a land piranha. It's illegal even to own one of these.
I guess that would explain this. Yeah, that would definitely explain the pet cage.
Antique vase filled with flowers. These chairs look as though they've never even been sat in. This door exits the apartment. The voices outside must be security personnel. Whoa, must be party time at Valhalla.
This one can also be moved. Oh, it's just empty wall behind it. Okay. What are these obelisks? Why is there... What is that little brick back there?
Mmm, Geiger chow. It's got real roast beef flavor and makes its own rich gravy.
I'm guessing I'm gonna want that. Looks like a little plastic tub of instant noodles.
These marble obelisks look real expensive.
Someone had a lot of fun modeling that little tiny lizard thing. Look at that little guy. They definitely had a lot of fun with that. Oh jeez. Oh hey, statue.
Must be Venus before the big breakup.
It does look like a Donkey Kong Country reject. Fawns.
Well, that's a handsome oriental dressing screen. I'll tell you what, this guy's got style.
Yep. There's the painting. Hey.
I'm not sure what that is, but it's ugly.
Aha. What's this stuff?
Small mirror provides the opportunity to touch up the old hairdo.
In a really weird place. Huh.
The solid steel switch lock requires a key. Whoa, a 6-foot-long pole with a leather noose. This must be great fun at parties.
Ah, capture noose. Yeah. I don't know if that's supposed to be fossilized Seymour. It looks pretty big and cat-like. But that is a good catch. I want to see what the hell this little ball thing is. Neat. And he just straight up just took a photo of a cat, or a tiger. Tigers is cats.
This Victorian cabinet's nice, but it's just for show. Looks like it doesn't even open. An extremely dense...
Okay, we already got that info. I don't think we looked at this statue.
No, don't tell me. A man taking his cat for a walk.
He definitely has a thing for big predatory cats. At least as far as I can see.
Whoa.
You can just put that back on. It'll be our little secret. So, if I were to guess, the fact that I've got Geiger Chow and a trap and a capture noose, I think it wants me to take this.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Maybe if we combine trap with Chow.
Man, these beefy nuggets sure smell good. If I were small enough to fit into the trap, I'd be all over this bait.
Actual beef. Maybe. Oh man. Even animated a little 3D cutscene with it. It had a very low frame rate.
I don't know what I'll do with a small, ravenous Geiger. Oh well, everybody needs a pet. Nice terrarium. Must have cost him a bundle.
Yeah, it did sound a little bit like the grapefruit technique.
An Ultra Safe 8000, huh? Top of the line. An Ultra Safe 8000, huh? Top of the line.
I don't think we have what we need for this. Guess it's time to start looking for some clues.
These chairs look as though they've never even been sat in.
Oh, what's that? Didn't really look at the floor.
Looks like a fax. I don't want to be nosy, but maybe I should take a look.
You absolutely want to be nosy. You're a detective. Happy 30th birthday. Wish I could be there with you on your special day, since I can't decide to write you a poem. Roses are red, sunflowers are golden. Buy you a present when I get paroled in 8 or 9 years. Love, Mom. Yeah. I'm assuming this is a clue. And 6 digits is a pretty safe amount of numbers. Do you think he's dumb enough to put his birthday as the combination? Specifically his birthday of this year. Like, actually, is it this year? Now let's try this, and then let's try minus 30. Let's save first. Because we're far enough into the game that I'm pretty sure it's going to stop pulling punches
An Ultra
about
Safe 8000, huh?
just killing the player. So it was 10-14-42, I think? No. Yes, subtract 30, so it would be 10, 14, 14. I need to hit the start button first.
An Ultra Safe 8000.
Do I need to hit like a number? I think I have to hit it fast enough. Weirdly, the numpad doesn't work for that. I had to use the actual number row on the keyboard.
An Ultra Safe 8.
Let's see what we got here.
Looks like some sort of document. Must be important if it's in the safe.
Let's just ink that. List of bidders, that's
The
good.
security card must operate a door or panel somewhere in this apartment. The security card must operate a door or panel in the apartment.
I assume this is the one that's in the library. Take a look at the bidders. R. Danville, E.G. Coleman, P. Garbet, L. Percival, E. O'Connor, Mademoiselle Latenu, I don't know if that almost seems like a pun, but I'm not sure. H. Luna, and Duke Alforno. Oh, time for Ozzy to bark. Okay. I don't know what to do with that information yet, but that'll be good to know eventually. Let me just do one more sweep around the room, make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't look like it. This so far has not been a game series that has been so mean as to completely obfuscate where a thing or item might be located. Like it doesn't usually hide the pixel somewhere where you're never gonna see it. Yeah, I saw this thing that looks like it needs a card.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
No?
Well, that's not gonna work. This must be the only...
I suddenly cannot look or interact with that. Oh wait, there was also the thing in the study thing. I think that's this would count as a study. Maybe? I don't know. Art room? I mean, this is the front room. I don't quite... I'm not an architect, I don't know what to call this.
Well, that's not gonna work. The solid steel switch lock requires a key.
Maybe this key.
Sounds like something big moved back in the library when I used Ching's key on the switch lock. I better go take a look.
Kind of amusing that I could hear that from this room, and the guards out front could not. Not gonna complain, but... Oh. Let's take a look.
Well, look what's behind the bookcase. A secret room. I love secret rooms.
Oh. Oh, that's another really bad droning sound. That was a decision that these folks at, I'm trying to remember the name of the company that made this. It's a decision that could have
This must be one of
easily
those
not made.
hermetically sealed chambers. Unless I miss my guess, those objects are the 3 surviving artifacts from the Byzantine Empire. Absolutely priceless. This must be one of those hermetically... This must be... Wonder if these barrels are full of some hearty ale. I wish I had time to check them out. Wonder if these barrels...
Okay, same description.
I guess Ching's vases are just too nice to put flowers in.
Byzantine is like one of the more boring archaeological things to have relics of.
Wonder if these barrels are full of...
They're basically...
I guess Ching's vases are just...
For the most part, they are just kind of tacky.
This painting sticks out from the wall more than the others do.
Oh. I guess this is when I move.
Aha! A security card slot. This must be the control for
I
the
was lucky.
pedestal where the statuette is.
But Byzantine was kind of a boring empire
Man,
for most historians
who
to
in his
study.
right mind would pay big bucks for a painting of flowers?
Because they cribbed they cribbed a lot of their stuff from
This seems to be a fine rendering of
a lot of the other
Greco-Roman
folks that
square
were around
dancing.
at the time.
I swear I have seen this painting before. This one must be the original. I'd call this painting Young Boy with Fiddle Asking for Allowance. So that's what the ocean used to look like. This painting is really green. Well, I'm glad someone had the decency to clean up the smut some people call art.
Well, I'm gonna have to take that, I guess. No smarmy comments. Free the art.
This collection of matching Samsonite crates must have cost Ching a bundle.
I find it a little hard to believe Tex hasn't seen the ocean before, a blue ocean before. Granted, he's supposed to be like 30-ish, like early to mid-30s, and the bombs dropped probably around the time he would be about 3 years old.
This collection of matching Samsonite crates must have cost Ching a bundle. This must be the Countess statuette. I guess she wasn't exaggerating when she said how valuable it was. If I try to reach the statuette with those laser beams on, they'll light me up like a Duralog.
Let's save before we do anything stupid. Oh my god, the sound persists into the save screen. Oh, that's awful. That is a decision I really wish they decided not to make. Ozzy is very mad that the door to my room is still closed and he can't bark at me up close.
This must be the Countess statuette. I guess she wasn't exact. If I try to reach this...
Found this slot.
Aha! A security card slot. This must be the control for the pedestal where the statuette is.
Well, it turned off the beams. Oh, hey, what's this?
This sign apparently has something to do with the lever.
What's it say? Pull this lever.
To pull or not to pull? That is the question.
What happens if I pull it? Oh. I think it was do not pull this lever.
Oops.
Maybe we shouldn't have done that. What is this bandana for? Oh. Don't you ever, ever, under any condition, pull this lever at any time. Oh. It gave me more points. I think I was supposed to use this for more points. Well, let's just quickly reload that. Quickly, just windmill, open palm, slam that security card into that slot to turn off that awful noise. Actually, no, I lost points for hitting the lever. If I do this. Okay, yeah, that just gives me points. Okay, cool. Gotta get them Sierra points.
This must be the Countess.
Doesn't look like I can get it yet. Something I need to. What's at these crates over here?
This collection of This crate feels empty. It's light, but it's sturdy.
Aha. See what happens if I move this. Oh. Okay.
This crate feels empty. It's light, but it's sturdy. This must be the count.
I got this stick with a noose. Maybe that'll help. I mean, it looks like the problem is I can't just reach over. I guess. And with this crate here, I think that'll help me get up high enough. Don't know why I wouldn't be able to just lean over and grab it, but I think it just... He had a gun at the start of the game. And,
Come on. Looks like King needs to install a better security system. Countess will be glad to get this statuette back, almost as glad as I'll be to take her money. I'll return the statuette to her first thing in the morning.
Okay, so, at the start of the game, Tex did have a gun, and he immediately started just, like, pretending to play, like, cops and robbers with it, just going bang, 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 and making little recoil motions, and, after a series of events, he accidentally threw it out the window, and a small child still found it and took off with it. So he no longer has a gun. That is also entirely an optional cutscene, but yeah. Well, we got what we came for. This can't be interacted with. Maybe it is for the best that Tex doesn't have his gun anymore.
Laser Blade did a nut.
I think now I have to use the travel button. Oh, I only get one place to go.
Oh, I am one tired hombre. I can't wait to... Oh, shoot. I go through all that work to get the statuette out of Ching's place, and I leave it in the damn speeder. And I didn't even roll up the windows. I am such an idiot.
Well... But... What? That's something I haven't seen before in the series. And Tex looks hella dead. Well then. That's the end of day 2. On to day 3. Colonel Fran and Allie. Colonel Fran and Allie.
Oh, my head feels like it's been pounded with a lead pipe. I guess it wasn't a bad dream after all. I wonder how I got here to my office. All I remember is flying pipe and stars. Damn it! After all the trouble I went to get that stupid statuette, someone just walks up and takes it like candy from a baby. My wallet's gone too. I hope somebody on the street saw me get jumped. I've got 29,000 reasons to get that crystal bird back. Hopefully I haven't used my tube of miracle facial cream. It should help reduce the swelling and make me look almost human again.
Well then. Well, it looks like T-1000 just kicked the crap out of us. Now on day 3. We're not the best detective, are we?
World War IV. A dark and reactionary vision of the coming century by Rush Limbaugh III. Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list.
I don't know if we have to actually find a tube of cream now. But, we don't have a lot of leads other than let's talk to people. And yeah, that actually sounds like kind of a fun Rush Limbaugh read of how the World War IV. it's probably it's probably as silly as Rush Limbaugh the First's books. Anyway. Did you see anything?
Chelsea's a hot little number.
Yes.
How can I help you, Tex? Sorry, Tex. I didn't see a thing. You know, I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Dang. Well, I guess I better start asking other people. Wonder if the pawn shop guy saw anything.
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me? I don't know anything about that.
Oh, that was quick.
Well, that's not gonna work.
I don't use it on the slot, I use it on the actual door. Yeah, the neighborhood watch. Not
That
great.
pudgy computer dweeb really.
Well, what are you looking for?
How about something delicious?
There's a dairy air not far from here. Try the Super Tofu Burger.
Right, I don't think he's gonna answer any questions. Yeah, the neighborhood watch, I imagine is not great. How about Dumpster Boy?
Ask away.
Did you see the mugging?
Wish I could help.
Nope. Oh boy. There hasn't been a lot that the lady at the pizza place has had to say.
Oh, Tex, why can't all the men be like you?
Humility?
What do you mean, broke, stubbly, and undependable?
Listen, Tex, you are a dream compared to that pig husband of mine. Sal's gone too far this time, and I've got to do something about him. It's humiliating the way he's been flaunting his latest affair with some floozy. If I had some hard proof he's been sleeping around, I could finally divorce him and get some money from him.
She is. I forget exactly what Tex's objections were, but he did have objections to that. Like, she is definitely into Tex. I'm gonna go with the double entendre.
You know, Fran, a good PI like myself can come up with hard proof in his sleep.
I bet you can, mister. And that's why I'd like to make a deal with you. I saw you get jumped last night. Sal told me to keep quiet and that telling you would put my life in danger. But I'm willing to talk if you'll give me some proof that Sal is having an affair. Then I could divorce him and get some of the money he's been hiding away all these years.
I think Tex is nice enough to just shake on it.
You drive a hard bargain, Francesca. But I need a lead on my case, so I'll see what I can dig up on Sal.
I don't know anything about the girl Sal is seeing. I've gone through his things, but haven't been able to find anything except for this note. I think it's meant to be a coded message. I'm sorry I don't have anything more for you to work with. Let me know when you've got something.
Z equals A. A equals B, as you can see. Hell, I've never been great with ciphers, unless I had the full cipher list. I have a feeling this might have something to do with, something to do with this, maybe? More Ozzy. Let's go visit Sal.
What can I get you?
Tell me more about Sal.
As a matter of fact, he just left. You'd probably be interested to know that he tore up a note and left it in the trash.
Louis tells me he just took the garbage and dumped it in the trash can just outside the Bruin stew.
Huh. That would explain why there was a second trash can we could interact with. At least I think we could.
Ham just opened the electronics place a while ago. He's come by for lunch a couple of times. Usually orders the brains and eggs platter. Franny told me you got whacked. I haven't heard any word on the street about who would have done it. He's some billionaire. I think he runs some kind of operation on Mars or the moon. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, Cell. Still a really great character. Okay. Yeah, this was one I could open.
This is where Louis throws out the garbage. Street people come from miles around to sample Louis' award-winning leftovers.
Aha! I think this is the rest of the cipher. Oh boy. A puzzle where I gotta put this crap back together. This'll be a little bit. Looks like a corner. Let's just move everything. Out just a little bit. Get a better look at what we've got to work with. Alright, looks like we've definitely got a bit of a start here. Bottom corner. This is gonna be a little bit slow, I apologize. Make sure everything's facing the right way. It looks like that goes there. Okay, that goes there. Let's maybe scoot this over just a bit. Part of the bottom. Let's try and get all these pieces facing the right direction at least. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet, just a little bit focused. Relatively close. No. That goes there. Pardon if this wind howling is a bit annoying. Maybe this is the top right corner? I mean, roughly here. I wouldn't be surprised. Considering we're getting into Nazi occultism as part of a plot point, summoning demons is not exactly off the table here. Like, while Tex himself is completely unaware of that particular fact. Okay, this probably goes here. It's definitely one of the... It's definitely something that is entirely possible. Looks like we basically got this in the bag. And yeah. There we go. And now we've got a completed letter. I will go someplace a little less annoying sounding. Like maybe Tex's apartment. I could probably just fast travel. Yeah. They actually included animations for if you're just going a short distance. That's kind of cool. Time to open up our handy dandy notepad. We did just get a letter. All of it. I'm not gonna sing the song. I can't. As much as I love to sing, I can't. Seogva. Zlov. Wilvo. Alright, got that written down. Okay, I don't have V. Or rather, I have V, I don't have a Y. And I don't feel like there's enough information from this little snippet to really extrapolate the entire thing, but let's try punching this through a little bit. I don't know what U is for, but... or N. I too would like to buy a vowel. Don't have I either. Unless the letters are just interchangeable. That might be a thing too. And we do have, so, oh yeah, we do have an S, so that would be C. Have I. Have W. H. Let's see what the row would be is have P, RIP. As for how many Tex Murphys there are, I believe there's about, I think it was 6 in the original run, and then Tesla Effect a few years ago. So a total of 6 or 7. This is the 3rd game. This was the first really high budget game. It sounds crazy, but you gotta remember this is an era where most adventure games usually had about 5 to 8 entries. Like at the time this particular game was new, see. By the time this game came out, King's Quest was already on Game 7. Just for reference, like, this is the third game in an adventure game series, whereas the King's Quest adventure game series was already on entry 7 and still cranked out another 2 games. No, King's Quest went on to 9 original entries and then a reimagining just a few years ago. Yeah. It was pretty common for most point-and-click adventures to have a lot of entries because most of the production time was typically sunk into coming up with the actual puzzles and the writing, because the game engines themselves, for the most part, weren't super sophisticated, didn't require a tremendous upgrade to make new point-and-click adventures. Hell, even some of the modern point-and-click adventures still run on Scum, which is what the original Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion ran on. Because they're more about the story than they are about convoluted game mechanics, which that's adventure games, especially point-and-click adventure games. You don't need a lot of convoluted mechanics. That's usually what hurt a lot of That's usually what hurt a lot of adventure games. But, yeah, I'm trying to put together what the hell this message is trying to say. From the... it feels like there's supposed to be a big cipher. And I don't think we found anything to fill out the entire cipher. I am really bad at cipher puzzles if I don't have a lot. If it's not something kind of obvious, like, well, it's like 3 letters ahead or 8 letters ahead in the alphabet, and that's information that can be quickly extrapolated. This doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Like, I'm not really seeing a pattern here. Whereas, like, Z equals to A, which it's the first and the last. Then you have J equals to B, A equal to F, D equal to G, G equal to D. I'm not quite picking up on the pattern here. So I'm going to try and put together what I can. I don't really have enough of this cipher to that I can immediately parse and put together what the hell the message is trying to say, which I do want to post. I'm gonna post in the chat just to extrapolate. This is taking a little while. Hold on. There we go. like, for reference, this is what I'm trying to figure out what it's saying, and we're only told 7 letters of the alphabet. At least off of this little scrap here, so... And I just don't... I'm just really bad at these kinds of puzzles, so I don't immediately see a pattern. And I'm trying to see if I can figure out what's trying to be said without that. But it would probably be a lot easier if some of the more used letters were included on this. The only one that's really used a lot is E and A. But it would be nice if there was like an L or an S or a T for the what each letter corresponds to. Anyway, let's see. I keep saying that. Yeah, I don't feel like these are necessarily the best puzzles. When you don't have a pretty obvious pattern. But let's see what we can put together anyway. Don't have an X. Don't have an L. A W. I'm gonna guess that, no, I can't. I don't feel I have enough information to guess. But let's keep trekking. No L, no U. Have a V. No X or P, no W, no L. We do have a V, which is E. Since I really hate these puzzles, feel free to spit out ideas. Let's see. Oops. Oh. Looks like we have at least one word that uses most of these letters. So that's at least a little bit of a reprieve. Not really, I still can't quite figure out what the word is. Looks like Y is H or W. That would definitely spell he or we as the first word. Doesn't seem to spell anything meaningful on the first word of the third row. I also probably could have just taken a screenshot and superimposed it here. Not a lot of Y's, really. I think there's just the two. Wondering. Still don't have an L. Y equals to W, then U would equal H. The Yeah, that would make we have the first two words. I mean, it seems like L would be T then, if some of these other words are anything to go off of. Yeah, seems to be what L is going for. X. I don't think we figured out what the W's are for yet. H equals. Do we have an H? Equals? No. Oof, pardon. I'm just writing down the actual letters we have figured out so far. Still working on it, but so far the first line looks something like this. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, we have We have something starting with the letter C. Yeah, I think this was supposed to be a bit of a time sink roadblock to help pad out the length of the game. Because that was a common tactic at the time. And required some extrinsic knowledge. Was it? Have an E or a Z yet? Oh yeah, we do have a Z. Have an X. Like that's the only part that looks like real words at the moment. Is we have. Oh, right. The last one should be D. Yeah, it should be a D. My bad. Yep, I fixed it. D. Z. A. Don't have an R yet. I don't think we have a W or an X. I know a program that would make this a bit easier to handle for next time. But not seeing immediate words. I'm gonna make it so I copy paste it and show my new work. Starting to look like an actual words. I don't know if there is more ciphers to find, so W equals I. The right, it was L that equals T. Let's see. Hold on, we'll get to the still replacing letters. Let's see, hold on. I apologize if I'm messing this up, but this is what I've got so far now. I'm assuming the fifth line is Golden Gate Hotel or Bridge. Right, L is T. I forgot to fix that. So you think A's are T's. I can't think of a lot of words that start with CHT, is the problem I have with that. But we do have the Golden Gate Hotel, and of course there's the Golden Gate Bridge. But the hotel is literally on our street. So I think that might be the context. So that would make I equal to O. And O equal to L. And A would be N. Because golden. Alright, so I haven't figured out. Yeah. I know this is a bit quiet, might be a little boring, I apologize, but this is puzzle solving time. And yeah, it is fun. And that. I think we have H yet. E. B. X. Oh, we do have S. Bad. And I think I figured out X. I think this still has some mistakes. But I think X is going to be S. I'm assuming the last two words is silicon. I think R might be Y. That would be today. I think B and H might be R and M? Would be we have confirmed. And with R being Y, Y-O-E-B. Yeah, looks like B equals R, H equals M. And I think X equals S, maybe. I think E might be P, because can't think of a lot of words that many letters long that start with A and add an ointment, that other than appointment. Or ointment. Yeah. I hit the wrong key. Okay. Hold on, I'll get to those letters in just a moment. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I messed up. Fourth to last word, I accidentally translated the letter W to something else. Looks like... yeah, E is definitely P, because the password. Okay. You figure out. That's another one that I... yeah, it was another one that another letter I messed up. That's okay. We figure out W. Where was Y? E is U. Okay, yeah, this definitely looks like an actual message now. Okay, I think we've got it. I'm guessing W is probably the letter I, going as it would make this as the message that would come from that is, we have confirmed your appointment with Chastity at the suite in the Golden Gate Hotel at the usual time. The password today is Silicon. Oh, I believe it is I, which I think we may have figured out already, and I'm just silly. Oh, he said O is L. I just messed up somewhere. Yeah, I just messed up somewhere. Don't mind me. Yeah, W equals I. Usual time. Chastity. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. We have... this is what was decoded. Alrighty. So, it looks like the Golden Gate Hotel is our next stop. Any mail? Gasp, no mail. Go ahead and save real quick. That took a while, actually. I think we're gonna head to the Golden Gate, see what we can learn there, and probably start wrapping up. And yeah, I feel smart too. Not monumentally smarter, just marginally, but it's something. I think that's a good description. There's the music. Yep. Down the stairs. Oh boy. Haven't been in here in a little bit.
The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well. But there's nobody living inside.
I'm not sure what song that's a reference to. We can open it now.
This guy comes up to me and says he don't like you hanging around here. So he gives me a bunch of money and says he'll pay me more if I keep you out of here until he goes away.
Boy, word travels fast. Sal must have heard I was working for Franny. I heard Sal visits here a lot, and I'd like to get inside and look around, but Ardo won't let me in. Maybe he'd let someone else in, though.
I know the one man that Ardo is going to trust no matter what. Have to use it.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Do I need a fire hat for this? Be a thought. So Sal seems to be speaking in ciphers, which is real suspicious. I'm trying to think where to go.
What's going on, Tex? Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand.
Okay, that's not very helpful. I assume I need to use the mask somehow.
This guy comes up.
Boy.
Okay, so maybe if I just investigate. No. I know it has to do with this mask, but I'm not sure what I'm missing here.
Well, that's not good. Well, that's not.
Maybe there's more crap that I'm missing. Rusty's. Yep. Let's see. Boxes. More boxes in the other corner. And I think the TV might have info.
Looks like some kind of.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fires start so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo.
So he has a high-pitched voice, which is what I'm guessing the balloon's gonna be for. I think we have 2 of 3 parts of what we need. We need a costume. I'm not sure if I've seen a like a uniform or fireman hat anywhere. Maybe the pawn shop has something.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
I don't think I'm allowed to look at anything. You can always check out the hints. Yeah, I already did that. Was it expecting me to... So it looks like we need something to look more like a fireman. I don't know that I've seen anything matching that description. Don't seem to have any dialogue options for that. Didn't see any kind of uniform at Rusty's. We got the man-shaped hole in the wall.
That old piece of plywood doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened.
Partially opened? Where? There's the clown up there. Partially opened. Aha, there is no
Crate smells like...
Oh-ho!
Apparently some fireman dropped off his uniform to be cleaned and forgot to pick it up.
I feel like this is something I should have found a lot earlier. I don't think I ever looked at these boxes. Well. I like they just had somebody in like a green screen outfit wearing this. I'm assuming we need to combine this with the mask. Yep, we got an Inspector Burns disguise. Oh, that doesn't look very well done. That doesn't look well done at all, other than the mask. And that's a bit more in terms of cooking. I am a comedy genius. I am not a comedy genius. Okay. Figured the balloon is probably to get our voice as high-pitched as Burns's. I don't know if it's going to be an auto use or what. Let's see if we can sneak in.
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna...
I hope this is auto use.
Now I've got an Inspector Burns disguise that would fool his own mother. It certainly ought to do the trick on a goofball like Ardo.
Here's my hero, Inspector Burns.
Let's go with the heartwarming approach.
And you must be Fire Ranger Ardo, my biggest fan in the entire world.
Yes, sir, Inspector Burns. You must have got the letter I sent you.
Ad-lib quickly.
Well, of course I did, Ardo. You know, I read all my fan letters.
I know you do, Inspector Burns. You're the best. Well, I'm all ready to inspect the hotel for fire safety.
Well, that's fine, Ardo. Open up those doors for me and I'll inspect your hotel rooms.
All right. I'll open the doors, Inspector Burns.
After a few minutes, I find the door to the Regency Escort Service Hotel Suite. The door's locked, but there's a security panel on the wall beside it. Looks like it requires a password.
You have the password. It was silicon.
So this is the Regency Escort Service Love Suite. Now that I'm in, I'll need to find something to prove that Sal's been a frequent customer.
Alrighty. Looks like we got in to find the escort service that Sal's been using. Got this nice little cheesy music. We've been going at this for a bit though. I think this might be a good place to stop. I'm sure it's getting a bit late for folks. Gonna go ahead and save the game, and then I'll host you over. See who's online and host. Let's take a peek. I think I know who to host you guys over to. Looks like somebody's playing a game called Azuric, which is another old obscure game.